Good morning, I'm Jaden Jefferson, and welcome to Community Focus on this Sunday. My next guest is currently running for a seat on Rossford City Council, and she wants your vote. I'm now joined by Brenna Reynolds, a Democratic candidate. Good morning.
Good morning.
So first, tell me, what do you believe makes you the ideal candidate for Rossford City Council?
That's a great question. I have always served my community. I grew up volunteering for the YMCA and for my church. So I spent a lot of time in my community helping others. That was definitely a foundation that my parents laid down just to be of service to your community. So as I got older, I joined youth advisory boards for different organizations and got more involved. And once I graduated with my degree in psychology, I realized how much I wanted to be connected to people in my area. When I moved to Rossford recently, not recently. I moved to Rossford 5 years ago now, actually. So when I moved here, I didn't know anybody and I wanted to get involved. And through the schools, I got to know some folks and realized just how badly I wanted to be connected to other people and to serve my community however people needed it. And so that's really the main motivation for running for council. I love being of service to my community. I love connecting with people. And I think that serving on council is a great way to do that.
What are some changes you want to see in the Rossford community?
So I have three main issues that are really important to me, and it's all based on my experiences. The first thing that is very close to my heart is establishing a human relations commission for the city of Rossford. I currently serve on the HRC for the city of Toledo and am co-chair of their youth empowerment and engagement committee. And over the last 2 years, that has been such a blessing. I've been able to connect with youth in the Toledo area and also with other community partners who are doing a lot of incredible work. So having a human relations commission for the city of Rossford, I believe as we grow and get bigger and invite more people to our community, I believe that an HRC with representation from community members will really bring people together and be welcoming. I think that we want Rossford to be an inviting place, and we already are, but there are always things we can do to improve that.
How do you plan to implement the changes voters want to see?
So I think the biggest thing that I am focused on is responsive leadership. That is the most important thing I think that you can do as a public servant is maintain good communication with your residents and listen to them, give them opportunities to speak at council meetings, but also give them opportunities to speak elsewhere. People are already able to speak at council meetings, but that's not accessible for everybody. So what I would like to be as a council person, I'd like to stay connected to voters and make sure that their needs are really being heard.
What prior experiences do you believe will benefit voters if they elect you to Rossford City Council?
So I kind of go back to my issues because the other two things that are really important to me based on my experiences are getting more diverse downtown development and as well as improving parks and city services. So downtown development, I worked in downtown Ann Arbor while I went through Michigan, and I loved the vibrant atmosphere of a bustling downtown. It was not only fun to work in, but it was a community. And I believe that Rossford has the perfect layout for something similar. And we don't want to be a smaller Ann Arbor, we want to be a Rossford. And I think that empowering small business owners to come here and encouraging development in our downtown area, I think is one of the things that I have experience in and really believe that Rossford voters want. When I've been knocking doors, I've talked to a lot of people who want to see the downtown area have more shops, whether it's retail or services, people want downtown to be a destination. And I think that we can absolutely do that. I also grew up in the outdoors. My father was an avid outdoorsman. We did archery, we did hiking, paddling. And so I really care a lot about our parks and green spaces. Rossford has these awesome spots that are just primed for really excellent potential. We have our Veterans Park and the Marina, which has some great inclusive playground structures. And then we also have parks like Island View, which has a trail and we can hike it. So I think that as someone who loves being outdoors, I think that the parks are a great opportunity for residents and visitors. And there's a lot of research that shows that parks benefit their communities in a variety of ways. So those kind of the Human Relations Commission, Parks and City Services, and downtown development are really my three core issues because those are the things I have experience in.
Infrastructure is always a big issue for residents, whether that's in Rossford, Toledo, Sylvania, wherever. People always have concerns about infrastructure. So how do you see the need for Rossford to address the issues that they currently have with infrastructure?
One thing I've heard from voters is roads. So we have great infrastructure as it is. However, that doesn't mean that it doesn't need to be improved. So a lot of folks want to see their roads resurfaced. And we're also putting in sidewalks and curbs, but for the most part, people want their roads to be drivable. They want their roads to be safe and they want them to be accessible. And I think that as of right now, before we add any new infrastructure, we need to improve what we already have.
Is there anything else you want to add or want voters to know about you?
I think just that I really love to serve my community. It is not always glamorous work, but it is always rewarding. And I have connected with so many awesome people in the community who really want to see a leader on city council who will respond and be enthusiastic. And I believe that I can be that person.
Brenna Reynolds, Democratic candidate for Rossford City Council. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.